Well, hello, here's Johnny. I am coming with you today as part two of a series that I am doing as far as if you're new to eBay. And this particular one, I'm going to be offering 4 tips on how to boost your sales and raise yourself in the algorithm. I know I may be saying it wrong, but that's just the way I talk. So, in your algorithm, this is not just part of when you're listing, but this are things that are you can do besides the listing you do every day. And for example, say you don't have anything to list and you don't know what else to do. Well, doing these little things that I'm about ready to go over with you can help you boost yourself in the search of the items that you may have in your store. That'll give you a boost in algorithms in your sales also. So let's get started. Now, also, before I do get started, I will have a printed copy in a uh, note form in the Microsoft Words. If for some reason you want these typed out, I do have it in a file. I can be glad to send it to you. Just go down the descriptions below of this video and get my email, and I'll be glad to email it to you if you really need it. But I will try to follow along in the video to show you the steps that I'm talking about in this 4 steps. But stay to the end because I do have part of extra bonus tip for you. Hello, here's Johnny. I'm also known as the Cajun Roots Reseller, where I go thrifting, garage sales, estate sales, any kind of sales, even on clearance, to resell on eBay now and on Mercari. Well, will I stop garage selling or thrifting? Who? Not me. Well, right now we have to, but you know what? I'm being as clever as I can be. I'm going to try to be anyway. And so there's other ways that we can do this kind of thing safely. So in this little clip, you will never know what will happen here with Cajun Roots Reseller. So without further ado, here we go. I say, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it with no problem. I got an offer. I got the dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let them have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem. Let them have it. Well, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, if you own a fixed income, even if it's on a sale in the Cajun Roots Reseller eBay store, guess what? Send an offer. Let them have it. Have it with no problem. Now, the first thing I want you to do is to make sure that when you go to your store, check out some of the items in your store. Check trending prices, see if you need to adjust anything. Sometimes you can even just the minor adjustments in your pricing can help you where you may have something that's been listed for a while, but the prices have changed in the market. So make sure you do adjust those as needed. And if you are using any type of promotion listings, just make sure that you do set them at a level that you are comfortable with. That means if you want to do a promoted listing and you do, I most of the time will do, depending on the item, I will do like maybe 2%, 3% when listing an item and doing the trending price. But sometimes there is a trending of what most sellers are doing on promoted listings. And so every now and then you may want to try that and see if that helps you because there's not much of a big cost, but that does come out of the cost at the end when you do finally sell something. If it is only if it was promoted and your buyer that bought that item bought it on a promoted listing through eBay itself. So let's go ahead and get you into the computer and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about with that step. All right, when you're going into your store, you're going to go to your seller hub like you see here. Now, one of the things that you may want to do when checking your listings, especially if you have some items that are old or stale, on this first hint that I'm going to be giving you, basically, you may want to go ahead and just check to see if you had something that might have been too long on your store. And then with this, you can also do what's called a relist them as a sell similar, where this will actually help give you a major boost in your sales. And also if you do that, make sure you go back and cancel that first item that you're doing as a sell as. And so how to do that is you're going to go right here to where it says your listings. You're going to go down to where it says active. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come right here
to the listing, and you're going to actually come down right here where it says edit. If you open it, it says you can select, like right here, it says select the first 100 to 1 to 750 and any listings over 751. So what we're going to do is you can only do a bulk at a time. So let's do this. And then it'll pull up and generate a list of everything you have. This is where you can do what's called a bulk editing. And as you see up here, it says listings cannot be revised too. That's probably because of the fact that I have offers sent out. This one says auto decline amount cannot be greater than the equal amount. So it means I need to check those. Anytime you may have an error on something in your listings, come here in the bulk edit listing. And that's the first three things you would want to create and correct. And so, for example, let's do this one here. These listings cannot be revised, but this one says auto decline amount cannot be greater than or equal to. And these are just little activities you can do in a daily basis. All right, so let's see what this one tells me. And if you scroll down, anything that's in red is what you have to change or help you in your listing. All right, let's see. So I'm having this on sale, and it's down to $8.23. So that means I got to come right here and automatically just check that off. Now that'll correct that problem. So you see what I'm saying on this one, it's listed price at $8.23, but I had it greater than the decline amount that I wanted because, again, it was on sale. That's why. And so even little things like this that you do during your checking of a daily listing, you can correct them right here and then just hit save. And when you do that, the top portion right here, this when you refresh in your bar, what's happening? Oh, save here. Oh, save and change. Submit. Sorry. All right, now it says 24 of your listings have errors and cannot be submitted until the errors are fixed. So let's go confirm and submit. And it has a lot to do with me running a sale right now, so that's why that is there. So in this one, I'm actually going to talk about how to refresh and sell major items and boosting your sales. And this is one of the things you may want to try to check on a daily basis, especially if you're doing a sale. So let's fix errors. I knew this was going to happen because I'm running a sale. All right, so this first thing I have, all right, it says here, it looks like there's a problem with this listing. Auto decline cannot be greater than the equal amount. So that means that's because it's on sale. So for right now, I'm going to go down to where I have my listed price. And of course, my listed price automatic decline is higher, so we'll correct that. And little things like this can help you boost your sales because you're actually doing a little bit of activity in your account. So we'll go to the next one. And as long as you click each one of these, it'll change it to purple. That means it's good. All right, let's see what this one says. Okay, the same thing. And it's because I'm running a sale. And this kind of stuff you just want to do on a daily basis, especially if you're running a sale. And we'll save that one. And then we'll go to the next one. And it automatically corrects it for you. But didn't correct that one. Why? Oh, let's see here. Okay, so automatically decline that and save. Submit changes. Confirm and submit. And you have to do it to each item that you go through and correct. And that's just one of the beginnings. So we'll go back and fix an error. And now that one went disappeared. Now we have another one. And so you keep doing this throughout anything you may have an error on. And then just go back. And once you finish, it'll bring you back into your main store. All right, so we'll go ahead and I'm going to get out of this because I'll come back and take care of this. I just want to start showing some steps on how you do get activity in your account. All right, in this phase, I'm going to show you as far as going to your eBay store. Go to where it says My eBay at the top and go down to Selling. Then we're going to go over here to Listings. I'm going to kind of show you the active. And what I'm doing here is I want to show you, I'm not going to do anything. Let's go up here. Let's see. Create list. Quick filter. Promote it, send offers, best offers. Let's just go to, I want to find something here to show you. Oh, listings. Let's see here. It's been a while that I did this portion. Let's see here. Ended, scheduled, unfolded, listings, inventory. All right, let me just go back to active here. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go to, usually there's a way you can change it, and I know you can do this on the phone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down all the way to the bottom. And this column right here tells you how many days you have left on a particular item. But I'm trying to stay away from anything that's being watched, because you really can't do anything while it's being watched, or actually an offer. Let's see, edit. Let's go to this one. And we'll revise item. And just little things like this will help you trigger your algorithm in your account. Now you see how most of these I realize now, these are a lot of my older ones. I didn't put a UPC code. So things like that, you can go to the item, put a UPC code in this, because pretty soon I'll have to. And right here where it says SKU number, SKU, this is where I would put, and I know I got this for $1, so I don't know why I didn't put it in here. So I would just put $1. And then when I go to print my paperwork and I go to see when it's sold, that'll come up and tell me in that block, and I can also automatically know. But if your shelving units are labeled and your bins are labeled, this is where you would put that SKU number at. And it's basically to help you find your product. See, this one doesn't have one either, so evidently there's not any major sold. But anyway, if there was, this would be it would be actually in blue, right next to the box. So right now I must have it at the right price because it's not changed. And the reason I'm saying this is because I had a couple of items last week that I relisted because it was a returned item. When I went to relist it and put the price here, the price on the side here was $10 more than what I sold it for, even though that item was canceled. I turned around because I did an open case where they didn't pay. So right here next to it, I had it in blue. It says trending price. So you might want to look at items like that and see if there's any changes in prices going on for that particular item. And in this case, I don't have any changes, so I'm not going to do anything to this particular item. But that's where you would find it at right next to buy it now. And I do all my items at buy it now. And if you have multiples, this is where you would put the quantity per item. And if you're doing it as a lot, you could do sell as a lot. Then it asks you how many items are in that lot. And that's where you would put that at. And then for anything that you may want to run a promotion with is right here in this section. It says sell it faster, promoted listings. On this one right now, the trending price rate is 3.8 and I only have it at 3. So I'm going to go ahead and boost that up a little bit. It's only going to cost me 95 cents as an ad to promote this item. So anytime you want to do something like that, you can either do it as a bulk or in one particular item. And then I'll just hit update list. Now, if you don't do any changes, automatically hit that updated list and it automatically updates that item, even though you didn't touch it. You didn't do anything. If you do that, it'll automatically go. Now, here, if you want to revise anything else, just follow the screen. Nope, I'm done. And that'll be it. And then, so I hope this helps. All right, now in step 2, you basically, if you go to your store, and right now I'm in my major listing area of my store, as you can see here, what you need to do is come right here into the area that says under edit. It says results found. That's how much I have listed. I've been selling a few things this last couple of days, so that number went down. That's the total quantity of items that I have listed. Right below that, you have the little action. Go ahead and check that because that'll check everything in your store. And you come up here and edit. And let's do, you can only do so many at a time. And so we'll go to first list. What this is called is refreshing your store by just doing a bulk edit. Bulk editing does not mean you have to physically go in and change anything. But if you were to do this at least once a week, it refreshes all your listings. Yes, I do want to continue. So it'll process a list. And of course it comes into the editing again, so we'll cancel that. Yeah. Oh, cancel. Yes. So anyway, go right here and we'll edit. And this will generate the first 750 items. And this is only because I have over 1,000. And of course, if you have less than 500, you can do it all at one time. And basically what I'm doing is I'm processing the listings that I have in this account. I only have one, but I do this once a week. And by refreshing your listings, you don't even have to go in and do anything. But when you're in this area, you can even go and tweak any of your little listings that you may have as a bulk item and just start hitting the bulk edit like I just did. And then of course, when you pull this up and it does come up completely, basically you're just checking things out in your store. So what I'm saying is if you do a bulk editing, you will refresh your store, but you don't have to physically go in and change anything, because this is actually what's called a refresher of your store without having to actually physically change anything in your store. If you do this once a week, that's all you have to do. Now, what we're going to do here is I really didn't have to change anything, and I'm just going to hit submit changes. All right, confirm and submit. And if you have any errors, you can go ahead and correct them. But as of right now, I'm just kind of skipping that error because I know I need to go back and do it only because I'm running a sale. And once this is completed, we'll go ahead and close this one out. And that'll be the completion of that step 2. And all these little steps I'm showing you is just little ways of boosting your algorithm and your search in the eBay store itself. And so while this is listing and waiting and coming up, I'll go ahead and stop it for a few seconds. And again, we'll go back as soon as this comes up to screen. All right, now when doing this step 3, where as far as doing offers, making offers, accepting counter offers, or making counter offers, what this does is it starts a domino effect within your store. So this will not only help you boost your sales, but it'll also boost you in the search rhythm of the items that someone may be searching for. So that would be another item that you may want to think about doing on a regular basis. I usually do offers to watchers 2 to 3 times a day. I always do that first thing in the morning when I'm waking up and I'm drinking my coffee. I'll even do it on my phone. That'll give me a workout on my phone. And this way here, you get in your store on multiple levels, and it helps you boost your sales. All right. Now, when it comes to making or in your store, you usually get, if you go right here to where it says My eBay, go down to Selling. We'll refresh in the front page. We'll go to the main Seller Hub. If you click right here on this task section, as of right now, I have nothing pending because I've mailed all my items out already. But right here, there's going to be this area that says eligible for sending offers. Go ahead and click on that. And I have 3 because I've already sent some this morning. And what happens is each item that you have available for somebody who is watching, that's why this shows up and generates. You can turn and do each one at a time because of the fact that this one probably is on sale already. But if you don't remember if it was on sale or not, just go to the main screen and see if there's a discount right in this area right here, and it's not. So I'm going to go back, and this says it's at $22.90 listed. And every time I do this portion of it, you can pick any percent you want. Right now I'm just going to do 16% because I already have a 15, 20, 25, and 30% sale going on. So I'll just throw in 16%, and I'm going to subtract that. And so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and send an offer. Now you can do any system that you want, but for me, when I send someone an offer, so I know it's my offer, if for some reason it sells after that offer, then I'll know it's mine because I end that number. For example, if I multiply that price minus the 16%, I came out with $19.24. So you can either round up or round down. It's up to you. But at this time, I'm going to round down because it's lower than 50 cents. And so instead of $19.24, I'm going to give them an offer of $19.22. I just happen to end all my offers in 2. You can do whatever you like, but that's just a system I placed in for myself. So I'm going to hit send offer, and that one will disappear. Now the next one, I do see that I have it on sale, and I don't know which sale this came in category fell into, but this is 30%. So right now it's on sale for $6.47. Right now, I'm really not going to send this one an offer because I already have it at 30% off. Unless they do send me an offer, but I'm going to let that one go. So I'm going to let that stay because I already have it 30% off. And this one, and why I'm doing this and checking for is because if I have 30% off, I'm not going down any further. It's up to you if you want. If you do, you can only do I would only do maybe 5% more. So let's say I do that to this last one. Just so see if I can get a sale out of this one. Let's see. Original price was $9.24, and we're going to subtract that by 35% total. So that means it should be $6.02. So let me go ahead and send an offer, manage offer. All right, let me go back. Go back here and send offer. And I'm going to send the offer of $6.02. On this one, I only paid 50 cents for it, so I don't mind because it's still a profit, but I'll send out 602. And then this one, it was at 30% original price. I always go with the original price. I'm sorry. Go with the original price, and it was $14.90 times 35%. So I'm going to bring this one down, so I'm going to go back to my offer. And I'm just hitting the arrow back so I can get back to this screen. And I'm going to hit send offer. And right here, it ends in $9.69. So I'm going to go up to $6.72. I'm sorry. Ooh, I almost made a mistake there. It's $9.69. So I'm going to go $9.72. And then I'll hit send offer. So that, I just gave them an additional 5% off is all I did. And so let's go back to the main screen. All orders. Go back to active actually. And I'm sorry if the screen is shaking a little bit. I'm holding a go active. Oh, this hurts a little bit here. All right, to go back to your listings. Actually, let's go to overall. Now in your overall, you're going to see there's no tasks left here. So that means I completed all of those. Now I do have a message, so let's go see what that is. I'm going to make sure there's nobody that has a screen name. Slash fees, so that's all that is. So we'll get out of that. And check your messages every day as well. All right. All right, now, number 4, the tip number 4. Let's make sure that when you start your day off, try to make a routine. Do some task within your eBay store. Things like this, for example. Make sure you keep all your shipping done for the day. Usually, depending on how many days is your handling time, try to be active on your sales for shipping each day. And make sure you do each day daily order and go ahead and print those labels for those items. Now, even on the weekend, for example, sometimes if you sell something on a Friday and it says you don't have to ship it out till Monday because sometimes they don't count Friday, even if you're doing like a 1-day handling time or more, I have everything on mine 1-day handling. What I do is even on Saturday and Sunday, or even after Friday afternoon, I'll just come down into the office and I'll print that one label for that day. If I know I'm gonna make a run to the post office on Saturday morning, I'll even do all my orders depending on how many I have. And on Saturday, any sales that I have, as long as it's before my time of my post office closing, I will print all those labels before that. But if I don't, I will still at least print 1 or 2 labels on a Saturday and a Sunday just to keep that activity in my eBay store. Also make sure that you do a daily feedback on all your orders that you send out. The way I do my feedback orders, and I would do it on the computer, but I don't want to show my buyers information. So the way I'm going to tell you this is what I do is I go into my sold items. And when you do your sold items, you can go, I personally just go back 7 days, like from the date that it actually was delivered, not shipped. I go back every day and I go onto my app, go for what's sold and what I shipped. And then within the 7 days from today, I'll start that day. I say today's the 14th, on the 7th. So anything that was shipped and delivered by the 6th, I will go back and do feedback on all of them. And this is the reason why I do this. Say, for example, you don't go and give feedback and you get their item and they have it. I give them at least 7 days that they've already delivered it, they accepted it, they have it, and that gives them 7 days to even play around with it, enjoy it, or just put it on a shelf or whatever case may be. But the reason I do the 7 days past the day that I'm working on my store is because when I do that, guess what happens? They get an alert that I did a feedback on them. Oh, guess what? that's going to trigger them to say, oh, I need to give them a feedback. And that's how you start getting feedbacks on your account. And that's how I do my feedbacks, because I want to give them that 7-day grace period. Then I'll go back in there and I'll give them that feedback. And I personally just have it set up to where I say, fast payment, great buyer, thanks again, looking forward for your sales in the future, or something in that effect. You don't have to do anything like that, but that's what I do on automatically. When I do a feedback, I have it set up that way, and you can do it as well. Now, the next thing you want to do is make sure when you go into your account, check your messages. You may have somebody, for example, I had 2 messages yesterday. One was a customer who had already bought something, and I already did the feedback. They did the feedback, but they wanted to know if I had more of that particular item, and it was a Power Ranger, and it was yellow. So what I did was I went into my store, I copied my eBay link, and then I went and copied the link for each item that I have of the different colors of the Power Ranger, and I sent it to her, or him. I haven't got back yet any information, but they asked if I had any others, if I can send them pictures. So instead of just pictures and sending it to them in the email from eBay, I'll send them the link so they can go right to it. So that's one thing you want to make sure you do on a daily basis, and make that your daily routine. So the biggest and last thing on this part 4, it was make sure you stay active in your store, because this will boost in your algorithm and in your search for items on eBay. Now, the bonus tip I'm going to share with you today, I did say I only was going to have 4, but I do have a bonus. Open your eBay app on your phone. When you do this, just scroll down through your items that you have listed. Open a few things in your listings. If you have to, send somebody an offer through your phone. Check your emails in your eBay store on your phone. Any kind of activity on your app on your phone, guess what it will do to you? It not only will boost you in the algorithm, it'll boost you up in the search bar for when somebody is looking for a particular item and you happen to have that item, you'll be pushed up into the search of the eBay store. So my biggest thing is, I did give you 4 tips and a bonus. I'm not an expert at this, but I'm just learning things as I go. I also do some research of things that I can do better for myself in my store. And so I hope this helps you do the same thing, and maybe you can start thinking of things that might help you boost your sales, especially if you don't have enough to list right now and you're just starting out. These tips will help you keep yourself in the algorithm and in the search bar and boost yourself up in sales. Thank you. I hope this is something that's been very helpful to you, and I'm looking forward to the next week's episode when I come out with the next of this series. Thank you. God bless, and hope to see you on the next one.